Alexa from Kid Activities with Alexa, and today I'm going to show you how to do this 2-ingredient confetti Play-Doh. So let's get started. Plus, it tastes delicious. Play-Doh is an awesome fine motor activity that kids of all ages can play with, and I love this one because it's edible safe. So let's gather our ingredients. We just need 2 ingredients. We need the Funfetti frosting from Pillsbury, and we're going to be needing some powdered sugar. So you can use a generic brand for this. And now we also need some supplies. You're gonna need a mixer, but optional but not required. You're going to need a bowl so we don't make a mess. And you're gonna need some measuring spoons. Those are also optional if you wanna do it by the tea. So let's get started making this awesome Play-Doh. So we're gonna start by grabbing first the frosting. And I'm going to grab a measuring cup and I'm going to measure about 1 cup of the frosting. I'm following a recipe from Friends Lab that I found, but you're gonna see that at the end our measurements didn't go exactly as her recipe, so we just had to tweak it, and I'm gonna share with you how I tweaked that. So in case, for your measurements are a little bit different, you know exactly what to do to make the perfect Play-Doh. So we are pouring about 1 cup of the confetti, and you're gonna put those sprinkles aside. We're gonna be using those at the very, very end. So first is just that, and then I'm going to grab the sugar, the confectionate sugar, and I'm going to pour around 1.5 cups. This is kind of the initial recipe that was shared with me, but for us it ended up being a little sticky, so we ended up using a lot more. So just make sure you have extra sugar in hand for you to tweak your own recipe. So we are gonna pour just 1 cup, and that we're doing another one. So if you don't have a mixer, you can mix it with your hand. It's just gonna be a lot more sticky, or you can use it with a spatula. These confetti frosting is very sticky, so it needs to blend really well with the confectionate sugar so that it combines it and kind of blends it together so it doesn't stick to the hands. So we're just gonna do the mixer just to kind of get that initial mix together so the ingredients blend really, really, really well. If you see a little extra hands on our bowl, my son, who is 2, is helping. So this is an activity you can do with your kids. If their kids are older, they can do it on their own. Just supervise them to make sure that that confectionate sugar doesn't go everywhere. So he is my little helper, so I'm just grabbing a piece of the handle. I guess there he just left me on my own. But you just want to make sure all that sugar really, really well, and then you're gonna start mixing it with your hand. If you notice that the dough is sticking to your fingers, like it's doing here for us, just add and sprinkle a little bit more. So at the end, I think we used about 3.5 cups of the confectionate sugar to 1 cup of the frosting. So you see how it's like super sticky to the hand. So just know that if you add a little bit of more confectionate sugar, that's gonna fix it. If you add too much of the confectionate sugar, then the dough at the end just cracks. So just do it a little bit at a time. Just start mixing it really, really well. Try to get it out of your hands, and trust it, don't worry, eventually it will come into play. You're gonna have to be doing a lot of mixing, a lot of kneading. So be patient, it's gonna come out good. You just have to be patient and do it. I'm speeding it up because it took for a really long time to kind of blend all the ingredients together. Maybe it would have been faster if I used the mixer, but I like to feel the texture. I like to feel it with my hands, so I tend to just use my hands as much as possible. I speed up the video and I actually stopped it because it took us a long time to kind of get that textured feel. But you know, I didn't change anything, just kept adding a little bit of the confection powder and just kept blending. So now that it has that texture, that is not sticking to your hand, that it does look like Play-Doh, I'm going to be folding all the sprinkles on top of it. So just kind of pat them in and start kind of blending them inside just slowly, and just kneading it, and then just trying to pick up the ones that are dropping off from the bowl with the Play-Doh. So just start, you know, mixing it so that they're not falling off. You just want to make sure that everything kind of blends really well together. So just, you know, be patient, pat it down, pick them up, and repeat, you know, often. So once, you know, you have a good consistency, you can move it to the table so that you can, you know, roll it and pat it and blend it a little bit easier, since it's a lot of Play-Doh that you end up with. So just keep blending it and keep moving it. So here I'm just grabbing a little piece. I think it's ready. I just want to test it and make a little ball, making sure that pieces are not falling off or that it's not sticking to my hand. So it looks like it is ready. And we have a Play-Doh confetti ready to play. So you can always add more sprinkles to play with. You can create a ice cream shop and kind of set up different bowls of different colors. You can add food coloring to the Play-Doh so that you can make different colors before you add the sprinkles. You can make it without the sprinkles and then just add the sprinkles, you know, at playtime. So there is a lot of play opportunities. This smells fantastic. It's full of sugar. So if you try it, it's gonna be a delicious treat. Which we kind of made that mistake with the little one because then he just wanted to keep eating it. Even the dogs were like smelling it. They were so in love with it. But it does have a little nice texture. It does not preserve very well because usually on Play-Doh, you know, it preserves the salt is what preserves it. So you just want to make sure that, you know, you put it in a Ziploc bag and then, you know, remake it, you know, every once in a while. Just keep it in the fridge when you're not using it. If you want to learn how to make the softest Play-Doh ever, I'm going to share that with you on a link below. And that one preserves really well because it has salt. All right, so I hope you enjoy this video. If you like it, make sure you like and subscribe for later on more sensory activities, easy things that you can do at home with all of your kids. So enjoy, and I can't wait to see what you come up with this Play-Doh. All right.